Hello there, this is Victoria Gibson, and in this video I'm going to run you through the importance of helping Facebook optimize your ad for the end result you're looking for. So when we kick off a Facebook ad campaign for a service that we want to sell, we look to optimize our webinar funnel, whether that be to a live webinar or an automated webinar. We're going to want to set up some conversion, either events or custom conversions, for Facebook to start gathering data on who is most likely to take action on our campaign. And in a webinar campaign, we're really looking for initially for registrations to the webinar. Of course, down the track, we want to track purchases from the webinar, but we would like to optimize for registrations because that's really the first step. And it also is the step that's going to have the biggest number of events that will give Facebook more data to really dial in the ads and make them more effective. So we're going to want to track the performance of our ads to that initial registration conversion. There are two ways to do this. One is using standard events and one is using custom conversion events. Both fall under these optimizing for conversions, which you'll see when you want to create a new campaign. You'll see this screen come up and it'll ask you what's your marketing objective. Now, generally it's always going to be conversions. So we will select conversions and then you can name it, but you will need to set up a conversion that will be done within that campaign. So if we look to do that, and then I want to show you how you can set up a custom conversion, particularly, which we've done a little bit in this account, but I'm going to show you how to set this up again. So we click on Create Custom Conversion, and we're going to name this one Easy Webinar Regression. It's a hypnosis regression model. Okay, so you can add a descriptor in there if you want. We're using the main pixel, which will, it might still be red if you haven't used the pixel before. Okay, so the pixel does need to be installed on your thank you page that you want to be tracking. So yes, you want your pixel on your registration page too. So let's just show you here. This is the registration page for an automated webinar on Easy Webinar. Easy Webinar. Okay. Now, how do I know if the pixel's already on here? Well, in Chrome, there's a little extension called Facebook Pixel Helper that you can install, and it will show you that it's already there. Okay, so you will have the pixel and you will install that in the head code of the page, or you will follow the software recommendations for how to install either the pixel code or the pixel on the page to track it. Now, why would we track this page first? We still want to track this because if we don't get people registering, we can still circle back with retargeting ads when we've pixeled this page. So everybody who visits this page, we could still track and then go back with another offer if we want to, or another ad if we didn't get them opting into this page, or we can create it as a lookalike audience to get more people like the ones that were visiting that page within Facebook. So it's useful to have the pixel on here, but in order to set up for a conversion, you really need the pixel on the thank you page. So you need to make sure you have this URL copied and that the pixel is installed on here. Once again, I can look at my Facebook Pixel Helper and ensure that that is already on there. So when I go back to create the event, I know the pixel is already been firing. I'm going to say yes, all URL traffic. Now, this is where I can begin to set up my complete registration here, because that's what type of event it is. And then I want the URL to equal that thank you page because I'm running a few different webinar campaigns in this account and there's slightly different audiences. So I don't want to confuse it. So sometimes people will say, well, Facebook might say, optimize for a standard event, which is this complete registration, for example. But what happens is I've got complete registration on a couple of conversion events. So it might, not narrow it down as much as I want. Now, in order for conversions to work, you need to be getting at least 35 over the 7-day period for it to start optimizing. So you want to make sure you have enough spend for that. So say, for example, your registrations might be costing $5, then you want to make sure in a week you've budgeted at least $175 to ensure that you can get enough flow of those happening. So I'm just going to focus on custom conversion for this one. So I will create that. I've chosen the standard event, and you can enter a monetary value so you can track a return. And that's just going to default to 0 because my registration doesn't actually deliver me a specific value, right? Apart from obviously we're getting people onto our list and their potential purchases. Okay, so now I've created that custom conversion called Easy Webinar Regression. So I want to put that in my ads, which, like I was showing you, once I've selected it for conversion, I can then go type it test regression, right? And then I'm not going to select campaign budget optimization for now. They have been talking about making that mandatory. It's yet to come in, and it probably isn't going to yet. So if it has come in by the time you watch this video, that may not even be an option, but we're going to optimize the ad set level. And this ad, this is where I'll do my targeting, which I'll go into in another video. But what I want to make sure is I'm tracking the right pixels. So here we've got some custom conversion, tracking the right custom conversion. So what I just set up before was, it's not going to be active yet. It's probably going to be red, this easy webinar regression. Now don't get put off because it says red. It's like I've just set it up, so no traffic's gone there yet. And you can view it and test that it's there, which we already just did before. So I'm going to select that there. And then that means when my ads are rolling, let's have a look in here. When my ads are rolling, I will be able to go in here. Now we had a problem with this pixel, so I'm just resetting that up in here. We'll be able to see, like we could see here before, let me just see where that was going. In this one, with a different custom conversion, say we could see here, let's just look at last month maybe, or this month, maybe there was nothing in there this month. No, it wasn't this campaign. Hang on a minute. We weren't running those. That was an old campaign. Where was the other one? Maybe it was in here. Yeah, we can see we were running these. We got 2,423 registrations at 30p, because this was an English account. So 30p, we got 2,423 or 186 on a lookalike audience. So we were able to see those ads were working very well. We could also track a conversion of an actual purchase if we set that up for the sales thank you page. We won't optimize our ad for that, but we can track that in the reporting by going in here and selecting that once we set that up as a conversion, okay? So this allows us to really, at a glance, see how our ads are going. So we set that up for the custom conversion and all was working well. We've just changed the software from EverWebinar to Easy Webinar, so we need to set that up again with that custom conversion. So follow that process and you should be golden. Okay, see you in the next video.